Mic check. Hello. Mic check. Hello. Firsties.
Live from News 9 WAOW, this is News 9's Wake Up Wisconsin.
Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Wisconsin. I'm Sadie Fisher.
And I'm Jake Senholz. Let's take a look at today's top stories.
And if you're planning on doing anything for this Memorial Day outside, you might need to plan for a little bit of rain. I'll let you know where and when that will occur.
Plus, one man's been arrested after a standoff with police in Eau Claire on Friday night. We'll give you the details of that event.
Plus, it's Memorial Day. We've got some grilling tips so you can be the talk of any cookout.
News 9 WAOW, we've got you covered.
We will get to all of those stories in just a minute, but first we do want to check in on our Memorial Day forecast. Last night and pretty much all day yesterday was just downpouring.
Yeah, a lot of the day it was gloomy, that's for sure. Today will be better. We still have a chance for at least a couple of showers. So let's take a look this morning. The rain from yesterday is moving on out. It's off in the eastern part of the state. We still have a few clouds, especially in the eastern half of the area, but it will be decent this morning, as we see with our Jefferson Street Inn and Event Center camera downtown Wausau. Things are dry at this hour, except for maybe some of the puddles that are still around from yesterday's rain. Our center camera view in Stevens Point showing a few of those clouds yet in the sky. But again, the sun is going to pop out this morning. Then a couple of showers maybe this afternoon. How are the temperatures running? Well, near 50 or in the low 50s across the area. So it doesn't feel too bad out there. And if you're grilling out today, well, you will have to dodge a couple of rain showers this afternoon. I think it's going to be around 2 o'clock or so early afternoon when a few showers will pop up in the area. Maybe a little rumble of thunder through early evening. Otherwise, temperatures a little warmer than yesterday, getting up into the middle and upper 60s. A lot better weather is on the way for the middle of the week. I'll let you know when the sun will be out more coming up in a bit.
Right now, a breaking news alert from News 9 WAOW.
Breaking just about an hour ago, all lanes in one direction are blocked after a crash on Mosinee I-39 southbound near Mosinee. The estimated duration to clear it is about 2 hours. We'll bring you any further updates as they become available.
New on Wake Up, one person has been arrested after a standoff with police in Eau Claire on Friday night. According to the Eau Claire Police Department, officers were called to 2nd Street for a disturbance. Well, on that call, they saw a second disturbance on the same block, and then they went to investigate. Officers confronted a person armed with a handgun. One officer shot at the person, who then barricaded themselves inside of the home. Crisis negotiators talked with the person on the phone who agreed to a peaceful surrender. They were then taken into custody, transported to a hospital, and taken to the Eau Claire County Jail. Following department policy, the incident is being investigated by the DOJ. Also new on Wake Up, a Rice Lake woman is missing. According to a Facebook post from the Rice Lake Police Department, they're trying to find Melissa Davis. Her family has not heard from her in several weeks. Now, if you have any information about Melissa's whereabouts, please contact the Barron County Dispatch at 715-537-3106. In international news this morning, a house is damaged after being hit by a missile after Hamas fired several of them into central Israel. As you can see, the missile left damage to the roof and rubble in the homeowner's bedroom. The 84-year-old woman that lives in the home says that there were sirens, and when she went into the living room to check the news, there was a huge boom followed by smoke, fire, and dust. The woman fell and went to the hospital, and she is now awaiting results. Meanwhile, Israel's Minister of Defense says the efforts to bring hostages back to dismantle Hamas are ongoing. The Minister of Defense held an operational situation assessment yesterday in Rafah, where he received updates on Israel's Defense Force troops. The Israeli government says that the ceasefire and hostage talks are set to resume on Tuesday.
Turning now to the race for the White House. Former President Donald Trump got a rowdy reception at the Libertarian National Convention in Washington, D.C. Independent presidential candidate Robert Kennedy Jr. was also on hand to try to woo voters, but got a bit of a warmer reception. Here's ABC's Mary Alice Parks.
I think you should nominate me or at least vote for me, and we should win together.
Former President Donald Trump heckled by a hostile crowd at a political convention this weekend. Libertarian Party members he had hoped to woo, booing him instead.
That's nice. That's nice.
Frustrated by the frosty reception, Trump mocking their chances for success at the polls without him.
Only do that if you want to win. If you want to lose, don't do that. Keep getting your 3% every 4 years.
It was an unusual event. The presumptive nominee for the Republican Party speaking at the Libertarian Party's national convention. Trump trying to appeal to their shared interests, a deep disdain for federal bureaucracy. But Libertarian Party members told me they do not see Trump as one of their own.
Donald Trump is not a libertarian because Donald Trump is an authoritarian.
Libertarians have been spoilers in the past and could be again, especially in a tight race with so many voters dissatisfied with the two major party candidates. During his address, Trump calling out his Democratic rival.
Why isn't Joe Biden here speaking to you tonight?
And in a statement, the Biden campaign taking aim at Trump's record, saying Donald Trump says his Republican Party is the party of freedom, but tell that to the women who have had the freedom to make their own health care decisions ripped away. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. campaigning as an independent, blasting Trump over COVID lockdowns.
Greatest restriction on individual liberties this country has ever known.
The city of Wausau is hosting another I Voted sticker design contest. City Clerk Caitlin Bernardi says they've selected their 10 finalists. You can see them on your screen. Now those 10 are displayed on the city's Facebook page. One like counts as a vote for that design. The stickers were designed by elementary students from both Wausau and Rib Mountain. Bernardi says it's a great way to get them engaged in democracy at an early age.
We want them to know, hey, elections are happening around you and that they're all important, and getting them and getting in their mind that it's not just every 4 years.
The contest runs through tonight at 11:59. The winning design will be handed out at the primary in August and the presidential election in November.
Bratfest wrapped up in Madison yesterday, and new on Wake Up, things looked a little different this year. According to organizers, this is the first year that the event had to be moved inside. A majority of the events were held inside of the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. The reason for that was due to the chances of storms.
Yeah, so yesterday was amazing. Friday was challenged a little bit with rain. Yesterday was great, and then we're making lemonade out of lemons here today inside the Coliseum. So
The festival also held a drive-through option for food pickups on Willow Island. And I'm sure many of you did some grilling over the weekend, but if you were waiting until today to cook out, there are just a few things to note. A registered dietitian with Gunderson Health Systems says it's important to keep food temperature in mind. Eating meat that's been out for too long or undercooked could lead to serious illness.
The first one is to invest in a food thermometer. Really understand what temperature your food needs to be cooked to avoid any pathogens that can cause foodborne illnesses. The second one is to keep hot foods hot and cold foods cold. So generally above 140 degrees and below 40 degrees.
She also says that it's important to not let your food sit out all day. You should be putting it away after about 2 hours.
President Biden kicked off his Memorial Day weekend by giving the commencement speech at West Point.
The U.S. Air Force has conducted food drops, delivering tens of thousands of meals to the people of Gaza. In the face of Iran's recent unprecedented attack on Israel, we brought partners together, including Arab nations, to repel the sustained assault.
The president told graduates they'd be expected to tackle threats across the globe and preserve our country's ideals like none before. You are taking a look at the Wausau Memorial Day Parade, an event that kicked off the unofficial start to summer here in central Wisconsin. But of course, Memorial Day is not about the grilling or the camping.
No, not at all. It is about honoring those who gave their lives in service of this country. American Legion posts, VFW posts, and other military-related organizations all walked in that parade. The route took them down Stewart Avenue towards downtown, with hundreds of people lining the streets to wave flags as you're seeing, and of course, say many thank yous.
1 week ago, 104 area veterans took the trip of a lifetime on the 48th Never Forgotten Honor Flight. And on this Memorial Day, we're taking a look at a tradition the organization does on the flight home. This is the mail call. Guardians and board members get in an assembly line to pass every single veteran some big envelopes. Inside are letters, drawings, and gifts from friends, family, and strangers, thanking them for their service. The vets even got some Girl Scout cookies for a little late-night snack to satiate any hunger they might have after a very long day. Your time is now 5:10, and it definitely was not the greatest weekend weather-wise, and it sounds like that rain we saw yesterday is not quite done with us yet. Storm Track 9 Chief Meteorologist Justin Lowe will be back with your full forecast.
Plus, a Wisconsin story that's getting national attention. We'll introduce you to a brother and a sister who sit atop their graduating class, but somehow claim they have no sibling rivalry. We'll be right back.
You're watching Wake Up Wisconsin on News 9 WAOW with Sadie Fisher, Jake Senholz, and Chief Meteorologist Justin Lowe. News 9's Wake Up Wisconsin continues.
Welcome back. They are twins at the top. The valedictorian and salutatorian at Puise High School in Milwaukee are brother and sister. Hannah Hilliard with our Milwaukee affiliate sat down with the two who say that this is no sibling rivalry.
Couple of announcements for the day. The final assignments turned in, the tests all done. Anna and Drew Myler ending up at the top of Puise High School's class of 2024. Anna, you are valedictorian, correct? Mm-hmm. Yep. And Drew, you are
salutatorian.
These seniors are twins, born just minutes apart. The two experiencing all of life's milestones hand in hand, like their first days of school at Christ King in Wauwatosa, and now their last day of high school at Puise. Do you feel like you two kind of pushed each other to get where you are?
100%, yeah. I feel like, because we've taken so many classes together, like if I'm feeling stuck, I can ask him for help or vice versa.
The two say they first realized this accomplishment could become reality at the beginning of their senior year, leaning on each other to get it done.
We're not trying to beat each other.
No.
It's more trying to keep up with each other, I'd say.
And you're telling me no competition, no bad blood about who got top spot? No?
No.
No.
If there's anybody to lose to, I'd say it's my sister.
In true twin fashion, the two choosing to give their graduation speeches together.
I mean, it's a dream come true.
At June 2nd's ceremony.
I don't think I would have gotten here without Drew. So just to be able to share that position and like give a speech to our graduating class is going to be really exciting.
The twins will be moving more than 1,000 miles apart from one another this fall. Anna is off to Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, where she'll be studying economics and joining the swim team, while Drew is off to the University of Minnesota to study aerospace engineering. Reporting in Milwaukee, Hannah Hilliard, WISN 12 News.
Now, your Storm Track 9 weather.
Well, there's some bad tornadoes across Texas and the Southland over the weekend. You're seeing video from Old Applegate Farms in Bentonville, Arkansas here. A mass devastation seen there. Multiple homes and vehicles in the area were destroyed, as well as it's all part of that huge storm system that continues this morning in parts of the country.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, it was terrible.
Yeah.
You know, a few people did lose their lives in those tornadoes. And thankfully here in our area, no severe weather. We had a lot of rain over the weekend, you know. It's part of the same storm system. We can take a look here at the thunderstorms in the south this morning, mainly in North Georgia, North Alabama, where they've got some severe weather, some high winds, not too much of a tornado threat at this hour, and that storm extends to the north here, where it's just rain across southern Canada, parts of Michigan, and we're kind of in between the rain from yesterday and a few showers coming in from the west here, and we will see a couple of showers pop up today, but mainly early afternoon to mid-afternoon. So up until that point, it's actually not going to be too bad. Yesterday's rainfall, well, we had in the rain gauge here, Glenn sent in a picture of just a little over 2 inches late in the afternoon in the Stratford area. We got some reports from our weather watchers out there. Sheila in Pittsville, 3 inches of rainfall. Tim in Plover, 2.25, and Marvin up in the Lilly area had 8,500s, but that was only through about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. After that, it continued to rain a bit more. Yeah, and our Granite Peak camera view this morning doesn't show much rain out there. In fact, we've got a few clouds off to the east, but it's starting to clear out a little bit. Our Blaine's Farm and Fleet camera in Rhinelander doesn't look too bad, does it? It will be a little bit nicer, especially this morning, with temperatures starting out about normal for this time of year. 46 in Phillips, 50 in Merrill, 54 in Stevens Point. We'll see a high around 68 here in the city, and yesterday we did have 1.27 inches of rain in Wausau. The normal high this time of year is 71, so a little bit below normal once again for today, but not as chilly as yesterday. As you see here, a little bit of sun in the morning, and then a couple of little showers popping up this afternoon. Nothing real heavy, maybe a little rumble of thunder, and it could last into the early evening hours. So a little cloudy this afternoon, but not quite as bad as yesterday. Overnight, it'll turn partly cloudy, but then tomorrow, look at this. We could see showers and a couple of thunderstorms rolling on through the area once again. The good news is, on Wednesday, it's going to get a lot better. Take a look at this. A lot of sunshine, high pressure in the area. The only trouble middle of the week is we could see a little touch of frost in the Northwoods in a couple of mornings. Otherwise, some Some morning sun today and then some afternoon showers, a high of 68. Tonight dropping to 50 with partly cloudy skies. And for tomorrow, a few showers, a couple of thunder showers are possible, a high of 62. So a little cooler, a little breezy for your Tuesday. Yeah, not feeling all that great out there, but it will be great for the middle of the week. Very comfortable. A lot of sunshine on Wednesday and Thursday with highs in the upper 60s and then low 70s on Thursday. Maybe a touch of frost Wednesday morning or Thursday morning. And then over the upcoming weekend, a little warmer, but we do have a small chance of thunderstorms.